This spirited energy hovering above me draws me out of dreamland. Grams, seriously? It's officially winter, officially the last month of the year, and officially Christmas vacation. Can you let me sleep in at least once? The ethereal form of my elegant grandmother tugs at a strand of her pearls and smooths her burgundy silken tulle marquesa gown. Before she can concoct a clever reply, our collective gaze is drawn to the torn hem hovering above her bared left foot. Only recently, we were involved in a séance that ended as badly as any séance ever has. My grandmother's ghostly existence was kept intact, but she lost one of her priceless Valentinos and a chunk of her precious dress to the other side of the veil. If it hadn't been for the quick actions of my fearless caracal, things could have been much worse. As it stands, the reincarnation of our heroic Robin Pyewackett Goodfellow is becoming more and more like his old self with each passing day. However, he continues to prefer Sheriff Too Hot to Handle to me. Maybe it's a balancing of the power, Mitzy. You know, girls against boys. Eric is spending a great deal of time here, and perhaps it's a good thing that Pyewackett has taken such a liking to him. Pointing to my lips, I shake my head. She knows better than to thought drop, but I don't have the stamina to give the speech at this hour. Whatever you say, Grams. I prefer the old system where I was Pye's favorite. Ghost Moth fails to contain a chuckle and presses her perfectly manicured fingertips to her lip. Of course you were, dear. Don't patronize me, Myrtle Isadora. That cat has sacrificed several of his 9 lives, saving my hide. You don't have to tell me, sweetie. Mr. Cuddlekins is an actual saint in my book. But let's not forget, I'm the savior who won him in an off-the-book Scrabble game and rescued him from a heartless exotic animal dealer. I think I'll always be his true number 1. As you might imagine, Graham's phrase triggers an unavoidable film and television reference. This time my old brain bucket locks onto a Star Trek Next Generation line. Make it so, number 1. I kind of had a bit of a thing for Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Mitzy, you're such a hoot. Folding back the thick winter down comforter, I swing my reindeer onesie-clad legs to the floor, rub the sleep from my eyes, and teeter to my feet. All right, I'm up. What in all the netherworld was so important that you had to wake me? Have you figured it out? I hold up a finger. Give me a minute, Grams. Stumbling to the bathroom, I splash cold water on my face and rake wet fingers through my Einstein-esque array of snow-white hair. Figured out what? Mitzy, you're a psychic. You know for a fact that Eric is going to propose. Are you holding out on me? Have you gotten any visions or clairaudient messages? Look, I promised myself a long time ago that I wouldn't use those powers in my relationship with Eric. Sometimes information hits me without warning. But the rest of the time, I stick to the techniques that Silas Willoughby taught me to keep my powers turned down. Now that Sheriff Harper knows all my secrets, it doesn't seem right to use my extrasensory abilities to pry into his subconscious without permission. Graham spins on her single heel, throws her glowing limbs in the air, and floats toward the ceiling. You truly are a better woman than I, Mr. Thrakalois Moon. Tell me something I don't know. I'm sure you remember how easy it was for me to trace my trollop genes straight back to your side of the family tree. I never! She giggles before I even begin the familiar refrain. I think we both know that's not true, Myrtle Isadora Johnson Linder Duncan Willamette Rogers. The otherworldly tinkle of her laughter follows me as I press the twisted ivy medallion, step through the secret bookcase doorway, and pitter-patter across the thick carpets of the rare books loft. Down on the main floor, I shiver and make a mental note to add a new heating and cooling unit to the remodeling dream plans. Then I head directly to the back room and add the aroma of subpar coffee to the thick, musty scent of books, waiting to be discovered. Once I'm fully awake and dressed, I'll walk over to my grandfather's diner and get a proper breakfast. For now, I simply need to wake up and... Grams? Where's Pyewackett? I was about to pour him a bowl of his favorite Fruity Puffs, but he's not in his usual spot. I haven't seen him this morning, dear. Do you think he's in the printing museum?